Hi guys, and welcome to another video from Stupid as the Norm, the channel where we demonstrate how to become a millionaire in 10 years whilst earning only minimum wage. And today is New Year's Eve on 2023. So as we move into the new year, I'm 5.5 years into the project, and I thought it'd be nice to do a little roundup of where we are today. Little snapshot if you wish. So what I've done is I've written down here the 4 properties I've bought so far, probably 1, 2, 3, 4. I've added across the top the valuation, the mortgage amount, in terms of these are tens of thousands of pounds. The mortgage per month, the rent per month. This is the rent with already having the management fees taken off. So this is what I get sent, and the difference between that and that is in that column there. So we look down. The only anomaly is the serviced accommodation one, which is the most recent one, which is here. It's also one of the most expensive. And I've put that figure in there because that'll be an average. I think, based upon the information I have so far, that will kick out close to £10,000 profit a year on that. Now, I know we got off to a bit of a rocky start on this, if you've seen a previous video, but it settled itself down nicely. To be fair, just as the letting agent said it would. And what I'll do is I'll put a link in the description below so you can visit the property on booking.com or on other similar websites. I think Airbnb is where we get the most bookings right now. But Airbnb, and you can click on the availability channel there, button rather, and what it will show you is it's booked up pretty much every day, with about, I think, 2 weeks exception between now and March. So let's have a look at some numbers here. If I leave that £800 a month in there now, and it's breaking even right now because we reduced the daily rent in order to keep it full, so I don't have to pay any bills, but we will be gradually increasing that to about £100 a day as we get further into the year. But I think that's an average. But if you want, so that's what I think I'll be making a year from all 4 properties. If you want to be pedantic and take that out right now, you can do that, and it's going to make about, I'll be getting about £800 netting from profit from month from the other 3 properties. Other things to note here, the valuation of the properties. This is, I've taken a number of valuations from Rightmove and on Zoopla, and I think that's about right. If I take the amount of mortgages we have off the valuation, that leaves me with a net of £155,000. But I don't mind if you say, well, I don't trust those valuations, Perry, and I want to knock 50 grand off that. If you think that's fairer, I'm happy to agree with you, because who knows what the valuation of a property is? It's the valuation now. I don't know what the valuation will be in 5 years' time. Is it what I think it's worth? Is it what the seller of the properties thinks it's worth when I'm buying them? Is it what the estate agent thinks it's worth? Is it what the lender's valuer thinks it's worth? Because really that's the only one that matters. If you're trying to borrow a mortgage on it, it's what the lender's valuer says it is. But it's all irrelevant until you come to sell the properties. It's only important when you come to sell them. And I'm not going to be selling these, I don't think, ever. But you know, who knows what the future might bring. So that will continue to grow. Now, what you could say here also is that, well, Perry, if you're this 10-year mission, you're 5.5 years into it, and all you've made is 155k, it's not looking so good, is it? But you know that I'm going to continue buying properties 1 a year from now on, and the value of the properties will go up, and the speed at which I buy them, and the speed at which I make more income as more rent comes in, and other things in the pipeline for next year, I could be buying more than that. And really, again, I don't know, I can't predict how the housing market is going to go. This could all go tits up if the housing market crashes, but equally if the housing market improves rapidly, I could hit my target long before that. But that's why I should keep on watching, because there's lots going on. A few other things I've gotten here. I think that'll be my average throughout the year and net from rents. I also have a Royal Navy pension, about £400 a month, and I still save about £1,000 a month from my work as a cab driver. So all things looking pretty well, and what I'm going to do is I'll be changing this because I've got a lot in the pipeline going on, which I want to tell you more about now. The first thing is, we're fingers crossed, we'll be starting a subscription channel. I have mentioned this once before if you're a regular watcher of my videos. It's taken a bit longer than I thought, simply because of the technology required to do it, but also, more importantly, I want to make it as attractive as possible for you guys to sign up. I've said I'm going to charge £10 a month for the subscription fee, or £100 a year if you pay in one go. But I want to make it a no-brainer for you. So I've been reaching out to some big hitters in the financial blogging and YouTuber fraternity, if you wish. and they're keen to join with me and make this the best site. What I want to call it is, it's the place where future millionaires gather. And so we've got some of these bigger hitters that do things that I don't do, but I think which are equally important to you, because this is my way of doing it. But you know, there's no right and wrong way, it's just what's right for you. So I've got these guys who are designing products exclusively for the new subscription channel. We're adding their products on, the products they already sell, but there'll be no charge to you. Once you've paid your £10 subscription fee, you'll get access to their stuff that's on the site anyway. So what I'm trying to do is add about £500 worth of bonuses on there, true bonuses, not stuff we've made up. So you're paying maybe £100 a year, but you're getting £500 worth of stuff, and we'll review the stuff constantly and update it. We'll also be getting these other YouTubers on with their special expertise in areas that I don't cover on the 2 Zoom meetings we'll be having throughout your membership. And so we can pick their brains and learn how they did it. They're some people who have got over 90,000 subscribers on YouTube channels, Instagram channels, guys who have made 2 million themselves in publishing books online and such. All expertise that I don't have, but I think it's important because there's no, as I said, there's no right way, there's just the right way for you. And you might want to go about a different way. So I'm bringing all these characters on, and that's taking a little more time than I thought, because we've got to upload their stuff and make sure the technology works and the payment system works and all that. So that's longer than I thought, but that hopefully we'll be launching in January. The next is I'm launching a book in July. I've been writing it for a year or 2 now. It's going to be a really special book. There isn't a book in the world that tells you step by step how to become a millionaire. Lots of them talk about the mindset required and how other people have done it, but what I wanted to produce was a book that said, look, this is how you do it. You work extra hours, this kicks out this much money, you then take this money and you decide whether you want to go the long easy route and do it through an ETF or a pension. You want to do it the shorter, faster way, and then you do it through a property. And if you want to go this way, then here's what you do. You do this, you do that, and you want to go this way, this is what you do there. So there's a strategy, a plan, which anybody who reads the book and buys the book will be able to follow and become wealthy themselves. It's the first time ever a book has been written, a step-by-step approach, not just on theory and good news stories, but a step-by-step approach. I'm launching that in July. Can't tell you the title of it yet because it's such a great title. And it's not just my opinion, but I've ran it through some industry experts who laughed when I told them the title. They said, books don't normally make much money, but I think this one's going to make a lot of money, and hopefully it makes a lot of money for you, and if I'm honest, for me too. So that's something else we're doing next year. And from the back of that book, later on in the new year, so after the launch in July, I'll be launching a consultancy. And that's because I've dedicated the last 5 years to my life to learning how to become wealthy and put the theories that I'd learned from others into practice. And I've gathered together £410,000 of the property so far, all whilst earning minimum wage. I want to dedicate myself for the next 5 years at making you wealthy, making people just like me and you wealthy. And that's because I think the more information I can give you guys, the more I can help you guys. Honestly, the more money I will make. It's not just about how many hours I can work. It's now about how many people I can help, for which they can pay me a little fee. And the more people I can help, the more success I can create for other people, the wealthier I will be. So we'll have with YouTube channel where if you want to continue to follow me, I'll continue recording what I'm doing. So if you want to follow me that way, it's absolutely free of charge. If you want to join the subscription site and jump in with people who are on the same journey with you, other millionaires in the making if you wish, and you can pick my brains every step of the way, twice a month will be on there. You can do that for a small fee as well. If you want to buy the book and learn step by step and do it yourself that way too. But there are other people who say, actually, I can't be, I'm either too busy, I make enough money, but I'm too busy to do it. Will you do it for me? Or for other people just say, well, yeah, I have the money, I know I need to work harder, but I'd rather pay you just to do it for me because I'm much more likely to become wealthy if you stand by me all the way and make sure that I get wealthy. It's not a courses consultancy, it's not a one-off. I will be walking with you for the rest of your life if that's what it takes in order for you to become wealthy, but I don't think it is. What I'm designing is a bit what I'm doing here is a 10-year retirement plan. So I'm going to be launching a 10-year retirement plan where I'll walk step by step alongside you to make sure you do the things that are necessary, because sometimes it's just nice to have that guy who's done it before and says, no, you need to do this, you need to pick up the pace because this isn't working, you're falling behind, and we need to get up with a program. So that's a consultancy. It'll take me, if it takes the rest of my life to make you wealthy, I will do that. It's a one-off fee. I haven't decided what it is yet, but it'll be less than £5,000. But it's not a course. I'll be with you for life. So you divide the rest of your life, or the next 10 years, by days into the £4,000 or £5,000, and it's a minuscule fee to ensure success. So lots of things going on next year. Lots of ways I'm going to be helping you, and obviously helping myself in order to guarantee that I make this goal. I couldn't have done any of it without first doing this bit, without learning what was necessary to get me here. But now I've learned all the new stuff, I want to pass it on to you guys. Any questions below, give me a shout back. If you want to go through these, just freeze the screen anytime and you can pick the figures apart and ask me more about them. In the meantime, have a great new year. Don't be stupid and don't be normal, guys.